Hi everybody, we're going to go over the crash cart here so you get familiar where things are. If you come over to the left hand side, you have drawers here on the left hand side that have fluids, different fluids, so you do not have to go to the med room. I'm going to go ahead and pretend like I'm opening up this crash cart. There's usually a zip tie here. We break it open, lift the red lever and slide it in. Once you do that, it's going to activate the drawers. We have our med tray up here in the middle. We have drawers on the side and drawers in the front. So by lifting up that lever, I can pull off my backboard. And then I'll have access to these drawers here. On the left-hand side, we have fluids, everyone. Normal saline, large bags, dextrose, and other fluid bags, smaller ones here. Okay, all on the left-hand side. On the top, we have some paper forms in the case that you need to document on paper in downtime, but we prefer for codes to be documented on Epic. Opening up here these front drawers, at the very top, we have extra alcohol pads, extra cleansing equipment, flashlight, another set of CPR pads if you need them, our Zoll defibrillator paper, IV kit, and tape. There's also a razor here. The second drawer, IVs, large syringes, smaller syringes, flushes, needles to draw out medication, stopcocks, additional items. That way you don't have to run back to supply. Third drawer, we have additional items. We have a stethoscope. There's even a blood pressure cuff in here. We have a central line kit, CO2 detector, masks as well. There's an ABG kit in here along with extra gloves of different sizes. There's an extra Ambu bag in here, everyone. Yonker. Also, your Salem sump or NG2. We're going to go down to the very, very bottom. This is where you can access your respiratory equipment, all contained in here. It's got everything that people need for our RT. At the very bottom, should you need an extra canister, suction tubing, gloves. We have a sharps container. We also have an extra suction device for the wall. Very important to know that these items are here should you need them, so you don't have to run anywhere else to get them. On the right-hand side, everyone, we have our suction canister, and we have our portable suction oxygen tank that's full at this moment. We also have additional supplies, Yonker, tubing, secondary, primary, and of course our suction tubing. Usually tucked here on the side for quick access. At the very top, everybody, we have a plastic drop cloth. So should you have a patient that's COVID-19 positive, we can go in there, put our N95 and PPE, and commence to doing compressions and ventilations until the code blue team comes. The whole purpose of this drape is to place it over the patient. We're going to be protected with our PPE and N95, but we can actually ventilate underneath the drop cloth. It's just draped over the patient for extra protection against aerosol particles. So just in case we have a COVID-19 patient, that's available to us. The additional items in our respiratory bag, everyone. See, another CO2 detector. Just want to make sure I show everybody what's in here. Additional airways as we need. Note that we have an oxygen flow meter here in case we need to attach this to the wall if we're missing something. There's also a Christmas tree as well. And we have our Ambu bag here, everybody. Very important. Once the pads go on the patient along with the backboard, that we're breaking this open to get our Ambu bag out so we can put it together and provide ventilation. We're gonna have a separate video to show how to put the Ambu bag together. Right now we're just doing crash cart review. At this time, everybody, we have our Zoll up here. Our Zoll defibrillator is a biphasic model, so it can administer jolts all the way up to 200 joules. So right now I don't have it connected to a patient, but if you turn it on, simply you want to go here to the gray part to monitor. So if you have the pads connected to a patient, you're going to be able to see the rhythm that the patient is on in monitor mode. If we have to defibrillate the patient, we're going to turn it over to the red part. So red for defibrillate, and again, selecting our energy, charging it. Once this lights up, we administer our shock and make sure that everybody's clear off the bed. We can also pace our patient. We have our output and our rate that are determined by the physician. If we need to pace with our pads, we can do that as well. I just want to turn this back over to defibrillate, just to show everybody that we also have sync mode available. Synchronized cardioversion can also be done with our pads, but it has to be in the defib mode, and we have to press the soft key to turn the sync mode on. I want to show everybody the medications. I'm just going to push this in. Right now, we have a photo of a medication tray in the crash cart. We're going to be sending out more detailed photos to all staff on what's contained inside the crash cart tray for better understanding. It's important for us to realize what's in there. We have a couple of practice meds here, but again, it's not representative of what would normally be in a crash cart. So please check your emails. We're providing that information shortly after. So